Yeah, they're always saying Jiminy can't keep putting vegetables into your coffee, but I think they're crazy. The world's gonna see. Oh, Jiminy juice. That's fantastic. I think people are crazy. Jiminy, but I don't know. I love the flavors that this plant brings out in this coffee. Oh, I'm gonna be a millionaire. People are gonna know my name. Hey, hey, little boy, what are you doing over there? All right, little man? Hey, little man. Come on. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Here, why don't you try some of this coffee? Maybe this will pop you up. There you go. There you go, little boy. Come on, just swallow it down. Come on, little man. Come on. Come on, little boy. All right, come on, little man. I'm going to take you home with me, all right? You're going to love it. We're going to go ahead. We're going to watch some movies. You're going to have a good old time. Come on. Come with Jiminy. Wow. What are you talking about, Baboa? It's crazy. Hey, Baboa, wake up.
Oh, Jiminy Jasper, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Baboa. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Hey, everybody. It's Jiminy Jasper here, your host. And I got Baboa right here.
It's Baboa, wow!
Are you folks ready to watch a film? Because today we got Night of the Living Dead. It's a fantastic little romp about people walking through life. Maybe they're dead, maybe they're living, who knows? I guess we're gonna have to watch it to find out. You excited, Baboa?
I am!
So reading the back of the box here, it says, they're coming to get you again.
Oh, man.
I don't know when they came originally, but I'm sure, I'll recognize them when I see them. Rex Reed says, if you want to see what turns a B-movie into a classic, don't miss Night of the Living Dead. Sounds chilly willy, doesn't it?
Sounds pretty chilly willy.
Alright, well if we're going to start this film, I'm going to need my movie coffee. And I got it, so let's go ahead and start.
Yeah!
Oh, beautiful shot of a road here.
Wow, that looks like quite a view there. That looks like a dirt road or something.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty nice road. I mean, I've never really made roads before myself, but, it's a nice long road.
It's pretty scenic.
I feel like I want to drive down that road. Oh, hey, here we go. We actually have someone driving now, right?
So Jiminy Jasper, what kind of car is that?
Well, it's got wheels and you can drive in it, so it's not a truck. How dare you question my knowledge of cars? But you can see it pass and it's going now, so it's still on the road. They invested a lot into roads in this movie. There's a lot of roads. Living in life, I feel like I've driven on a lot of roads, and I feel like this is a parallel of, that's me commuting to work every day. Just driving down the road.
How much would you say you've driven in your life, Jiminy?
I don't know. I mean, I'm like 38 years old. I'm a young man. I've probably driven about 4,000 hours, I'd say. Yeah, a good 4,000. Not as much as these people. They've been driving for 20,000 hours now. We get it. You're driving somewhere. Just because you can doesn't mean you should show it for 5 minutes, 10 minutes now. Okay, so they got to the cemetery. Isn't the concept of a cemetery just crazy, Baboa?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, have you been to a cemetery? I mean, we take ourselves and we put ourselves in the ground for no reason.
They ought to make the day the time changes, the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
A lot of good the extra daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive back. We're not going to be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave in.
Man, to be young again, have slick back hair, wearing glasses. Oh, I remember the good old days. You get old enough, you don't have to do that anymore.
We still remember. I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath.
Wow, there's a lot
and
of
6 hours to drive back.
Talking in this car right
Wants to
now.
remember somebody trucked 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
They wanted to make sure rain wasn't going to get in their car. They rolled up those windows.
You know, they rolled him up pretty nice, you know? Except for that guy, he didn't roll his up, but now he's got a water gun or a rifle or something. Okay, he's got flowers. That makes a lot more sense, actually. Alright, yeah. Okay, this movie does make sense.
So what do you think they were visiting?
I don't know, man. I mean, it could have been his, like, great college uncle or something. Do you have any relatives, Baboa?
We're all collectively one. The Baboas.
Oh, like a sentient being, like, just all one together. Alright.
Yeah.
Makes you wonder what a sad life it would be to be a hedgeman in a cemetery. Just
Look at all those bushes.
yeah, that's a lot of bushes. That's a lot of time.
I bet he's busy.
Think about all the labor and the costs. That's crazy. Look at all that stone that's been used, dug up from the earth just to sit on top of the earth to dig someone into the earth. It's crazy. How much do you think you paid for that cross back in the day?
Last year. Each year we spend good money.
Like-
What wouldn't you pay?
Out here and the one from last year.
I wouldn't pay $30, that's for sure.
The caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this up. Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one.
Jeez, he goes to the cemetery, gets on his phone, can't stay off of it for 1 minute.
Hey, come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
Hey. Well, time to get driving, am I right? We got driving to do, we got a car.
Yes, put those gloves on.
Maybe we can see another 20 minutes scene of driving.
Well,
It's not even going that fast. Why is he putting gloves
going
on?
to church. Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree. And
Was he
Grandpa
confused
got
that
all
there are people at the
excited. He showed us
cemetery?
meetings.
Multiple people come to the cemetery. It's a thing.
Remember
I mean,
that?
they're in the cemetery, right? So, I mean, obviously people come to the cemetery.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
They're coming.
I think he's
to get you,
thinking about
Barbara.
smooching that little lady later tonight. Obviously, she's
They're coming
distraught.
for you, Barbara.
That's his sister.
Oh, jeez, I missed that
They're
earlier.
coming for you.
Man.
Look. they're
All
coming
right,
for
that
you now.
explains things a little bit more.
She'll hear you.
Man, this guy's just been walking for ages. You know, that's honestly how I feel in a cemetery. Like, you don't want to get there too quickly. You get there too quickly. Oh, jeez! Oh, my gosh! Oh, Daddy! Would you look at that? Oh, no, come on. That's a much taller man. You can't try to fight him by yourself.
Oh, he wants his glasses.
Oh, he's trying to bite him and take his glasses. That's the worst type of robbery. Oh, man, they're really going at it. Mother wrestling and
Oh,
all.
right in the Baboa. He knows what I'm talking about.
So, is this just a guy?
It's just a guy.
It's just a guy. What's wrong with him?
It's just a guy walking.
Oh my gosh.
She's running now. But he's still walking.
The sense of danger at the moment isn't very high. I mean, she's already like a mile away from him. Well, except for when you lose your shoes. I don't think they were that far away from the car. I'm gonna be honest. I think they parked right next to that tombstone. Okay, here's the thing. She would be in that car for about another hour before that guy made it here. So this is completely unrealistic. And that, like, dude, there's a handle. Just grab the handle, alright? Like, don't muck up the windows. How much resistance do you think that glass has in that car? Not enough for a brick, apparently. Man, what if this just like the credit man just trying to get his payments back? You gotta pay your mail bill. Hey, miss, you gotta pay your mail bill. She's not even driving that fast. That guy's catching up to her. You gotta go, honey. Come on. You gotta go a little faster.
Oh, no.
Oh my gosh, that's happened to me like 5 times with trees just come out of nowhere.
I bet her premiums aren't that good.
That's her insurance claiming. Hey, miss. Hey, you hit a tree, miss. I think she still could have driven that car. Like, I don't think she had to get out of it. She could have just backed up. Oh, she's run barefoot too. This is like where Die Hard got the idea, isn't it? Walking on glass. This guy's had too much to drink. He's just stumbling right behind it. Was that a wolf in the tree? Oh, he's still there. He's still walking. All right, I got a couple more hours. That's it. Poor children are upstairs, is sleeping. This crazy lady's breaking in. It's not even that cold. She's got a nice long jacket on. Ain't nothing's making sense.
Looks like it's nighttime already. How'd that happen?
I don't know. The time and cause just don't make sense in this movie.
She go through a wormhole or something?
She probably did go through a wormhole, Baboa.
Wouldn't you look for some shoes or something?
I think she's weirded out by that sheep on the ground. They just murdered the sheep and put it on there. You know, when I was looking for my house, this is basically how it happened for me.
You just walk through the building?
You have
Real
to.
quiet like?
Oh, in today's market, you gotta purchase like day of. Like, you really gotta pay attention like this young lady. Gotta check for roaches under the sink. Make sure the boar's head is still up on the wall. No bad nails. He's not a fan of tetherball.
Why doesn't she use the cell phone? Yeah, dumb lady doesn't use a cell phone in her pocket. She uses a phone right there. Who would use an old phone like that? Well, you know, it's a period piece. It's an older film, so I mean, there's a good chance cell phones may not have existed. I'm not sure. Man, this is the weirdest documentary on Woodstock I've ever seen. Oh no! Lady, you forgot all those people out there. What's this guy? Okay, so he shows up with the car, alright, so they're gonna drive out of here, right? They're gonna... What? They're gonna drive out of here. Guess not.
It's alright. Don't worry about him, I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. The truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out of here if we can get some gas. Is there a key?
Do you think this guy is like the AAA man? Did AAA exist yet?
Tried this.
Triple A? Yeah, you're right. It is Triple A. Yeah, I think Triple A existed. Yeah, I think he's a Triple A man, just coming to help her out with the car.
Do you live here?
Oh man, think about it. Just being in that house, dead body upstairs. You're getting hungry. Eyeballs looking pretty good. No, make that into a soup or something. Eyeball soup, I think it would be called. Put it on a pastrami and rye. Yeah. Sounds delicious, Baboa, I guess.
Some food.
A little
I'll see
mustard.
if I can find some food.
That's a lot of chocolate syrup. Yum, 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 yum.
What's happening?
Oh, you know what's happening.
What's happening?
Two of them.
You know, I don't think they're really bad guys. I mean, all they're doing is breaking lights and just pushing people down. I mean, that's just like misdemeanor offenses right now. I mean, that's not that bad. This guy's holding it down. It's getting weird. He's not locking doors. Like, apparently, none of the doors are locked. Frankenstein's mad at that light. Oh, gosh. Oh, right in the Baboa. You gotta watch your four, man. Watch your four. He's coming up right behind you. Oh, no. Very embarrassing. Taking him to the Baboa just...
I think probably one of the most terrifying things that could ever happen is just a grown man coming at me. I don't even know what he wants. Like, I think I'd be terrified. And if he was covered in blood, I mean, that's gotta be my worst nightmare.
Hey, buddy. Just wondering if you can help me with my tire. Hey, buddy. Yeah, this is why I think of your tire. Give me one more second here.
Oh, ring the Baboa! That looked like a pumpkin. Looked like somebody was smashing pumpkins or something.
Oh, I guess shouldn't have left that door open.
Oh, ring the Baboa!
Oh, I guess there's a billion people coming. Should have closed this door like I did the first time. You know, door technology isn't that complicated. All you gotta do is close it, maybe hit a lock.
Did they have doors back then?
Apparently they did, and they were not using them well because like 400 people got in that house in the span of like a second.
Oh, the guy's eyes are moving.
Oh, she's getting hungry for eyeball soup again.
Just put him in the attic.
That's right, Halloween's over, honey. Taking down the decorations. But we're gonna open up the door again. See, this guy's smart. He knows he's got some time. And these party crashes, they take a long time to get to doors.
Are they gonna have a barbecue or something?
I don't know, this is escalating really quickly.
I like this guy. Human meat.
Barry Johnson's actually pretty good. He's getting the job done. He's doing a good job.
So do you think there's like running water in there?
I don't know, that'd be terrible if there wasn't though. You won't be able to shave, take a leak, shower, boil pasta, make eyeball soup. All that stuff's gone. All that stuff's gone if you don't have pressure. Oh my gosh, my conditioner wouldn't work either because we wouldn't have running water. We wouldn't have the pressure from the running water. Oh gosh.
So Jiminy, whose house do you think this originally was? Before these walking people walked in and they
don't
started
know.
going through all their junk drawers, just looking for nails. Lots of nails.
That's an obscene amount of nails.
They couldn't just go to the hardware store.
No, they couldn't because apparently they came to the hardware store. Like they got everything they need in there.
Just all the walking people.
Still walking, still standing, still talking. That's how you know that they're good people.
Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand?
Listen,
We'll be all right.
I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to get some nails. All right? There's more nails upstairs.
Now, I want you to go in and get some.
You wait here. You're doing a good job.
Okay.
I'm going to go upstairs for some nails. Okay? Yes. Lady doesn't know where nails are at.
Why was he making the fire outside if they have a perfectly good fireplace there?
It's a good point.
With books and a portrait and...
They could burn it all. They could burn the entire thing.
She could make a nice campfire there.
She could burn that coat. I mean, she's been wearing it still.
It's out of fashion anyways.
Yeah, that was a good observation about the time outside. It is really dark out now. We've been watching this for like 10 minutes, and it's dark already. And now she hit an inner dimension portal. She's gonna go to another world. Don't worry, honey. Got another door. It's finding doors under shelves. What's going on here? Where did all that wood come from? He found like the shelf that had all the wood on it. What? How did that happen? It was like a hidden compartment in that kitchen.
Wow, where'd they get all that lumber?
I don't know, Baboa. I mean, I don't remember there really being stores back in that day when they were walking around with all them people. It's crazy. Can you imagine just how many nails they would have had in that house?
Probably a lot.
Yeah, like a lot of nails. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen that many nails. And do you think they even had a game plan for, like, once all these walking people are gone? Like, they're gonna have to putty the out of that house. That's gonna be a lot of wood putty.
Hey, Jimmy, can you hand me my sunglasses?
Yeah,
It's so bright in here.
let me see if I can find them really quick. Why don't you entertain the folks really quick, if that's alright with you?
On my planet, we eat baboas, and we're called baboas.
You know, you never told me that, Baboa. I didn't know that you were all called Baboas. There you go, little
Oh,
buddy.
thank you, Jimmy.
Oh, you weird baby head so small.
Oh, it's not so bright anymore.
Alright, let's get back to the film.
His true name, Howard? Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah, Barry was a stupid name. This guy's clearly a Howard. Howard, what you gonna do? Oh, that was a lot more anticlimactic. I was waiting for a magic trick, but that didn't happen, clearly.
Anyhow, that's where I found that truck.
That's a perfectly good table.
Ain't no more. They're gonna take it to the nines. She's gonna make another coat out of that blanket.
When a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road.
I mean, if this has happened, I'd just smash those legs off. Who
Chasing after it.
Yeah,
really disassemble a table?
they're kind of on a time crunch. They're on a little bit of a time crunch. I was just thinking that.
It seems like he's being pretty delicate after, breaking all those cabinets apart in the kitchen.
When you think about him putting a door over another door to keep people out,
It seems like a paradox or something.
yeah, like he's gonna take the time to finally, like, in case he needs to reassemble this table, but he's gonna nail it to the wall in a bit.
I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now it's like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. Still,
I would hide in the piano.
screaming.
You could fit in the piano, honestly. I don't think I could fit Baboa. I think I would be stuck outside with those people.
I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life left except...
That was a good cut. They really filled the gap there. That was a good one.
Screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things. Just
And all that sweat's got to be like drying out his head right now. He's probably rubbing human salt in his eyes.
I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there staring at me. Just wanted to crush them. They scattered.
So couldn't she just push him out the door as a distraction and just run as the eating him?
I think she's too busy playing with the buttons or knitting or whatever it is she's doing right now. This guy can actually move too. She has a tendency to fall and look down. So,
on my father's grave,
and pondered the universe apparently.
Johnny and he
Really
said,
good idea to be sitting by that window too.
Some candy, Barbara. We didn't have any.
You know, if you look at it just right, it almost kind of looks like she has a bad wig on her head.
Oh.
It's almost like she has a shaved head and that hair's just coming up from the top.
That's a pretty good wig.
And he
Yeah,
said,
no.
Oh, it's like
It's really haunting. You can't unsee it once you see it.
You think it's real human hair?
Yeah, I mean, they had enough of a budget to get a car. I'm sure they could afford, half a wig.
Johnny asked me if I were afraid.
This guy he's concerned. This poor man has to look at this lady and not admit to it that she's got a half wig on.
This man started walking up the road. He came slowly.
I guess if you're in this scenario, the only thing you can do is really talk. I guess there's not much you can do except for just kind of hang out.
I laughed at him and said, Johnny, stop it.
I mean, I'd probably...
And then Johnny ran
Well, he
away.
got the table done, so
And
good for him.
I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
Why don't you just keep calm?
And I looked up, and I said, good evening. And he grabbed me.
What are you doing to that table? It's driving me mad.
He held me, and he ripped at my...
I love that table. Don't worry, I just assembled it first.
Oh,
But it's our table! You're ruining our table! It's tearing me apart!
And then Johnny came and
Not the chairs, Jerry! Not the chairs!
And I got so...
Really hoping I would have cut back to that guy. He never did. It's still on her, I guess.
And Johnny didn't come. We've got...
That's exactly how I feel when I forget to change my laundry and it gets that dew smell. I hate that smell.
Maybe we better go out and...
Thinking about it, I think I gotta change it right now.
We have to go out and get Johnny. He's out there. Please, don't you hear me? We've got to go out and get him. Please.
She's real upset he's about to use that propeller to block the door. He had to disassemble the plane. Honey, listen. The people outside. You gotta be realistic. That plane's not gonna fly anytime soon.
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead!
I wanna say hi to my uncle. Dad. Stop.
Oh!
Jiminy, you remember when you got me this box?
No, I don't remember when I got you the box because I came home one day and you were just in the box.
Oh man, I love this box.
Yeah, I know you love the box. Like, my coffee press came in the mail and I put the box down and suddenly you're just in it and then you won't get up. What's that all about?
Oh, it's just so comfy. I got everything in here. I got a pillow. I got some cheese. I got some crackers with the hot sauce.
Oh, you got the crackers with the hot sauce.
Yeah, the crackers with the hot sauce.
You gotta try putting the hot sauce on the roof of your mouth. It's gonna burn a little bit. Oh, but it'll clear out your nasal. You have nasal cavities, Baboa?
This station
What's that?
Oh, it's like these little things right here, and you breathe through them. Looks like you got it set right on there. Oh, those crackers in the hot sauce, you got one of them.
Oh, man, and the Baboas. Don't forget the Baboas.
The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent pattern or reason for the slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion of mass homicide. We have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say...
Couple months we'll see this guy. He's got his own DIY blog. How to reinvent your home in 2 hours. He'll have step-by-steps how to disassemble your flat-paneled items so that you can put them up against windows. You think they're going to smash that custom wall? They really like that car.
Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been...
This guy's scrambling. He's really hustling. There's some more wood. Yeah, he's gonna make a nice campfire.
Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Miami, along with the governors of several eastern and midwestern states, have indicated the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment, but that has not happened as yet. The only advice our reporters have been able to get from official sources is for private citizens to stay...
See, this is contradictory to everything else he's... Oh, I see. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, Jonathan's...
Is he gonna sit in there?
Yeah, no, he's planning on getting it all nice and wet, because everyone likes a wet butt, you know? Man, this is gonna be a new metaphor for fire dumping. I gotta tell you. This guy, he's gonna have a blog, I swear to you. Like, look at this. This is Martha Stewart. This is Martha Stewart before Martha Stewart.
Man, that chair was pretty flammable.
Yeah, it lit up really fast.
Lit up like a keg of gunpowder.
Yeah, they weren't even at the house. I don't know why he's bothering with that. Like, they're not pounding on the windows.
Man, that table fit perfectly over that window. It's like it was made to be put over a window.
In announcing his conference, says there will be an official announcement as soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. Latest word also from National...
I have to admit, he's pretty industrious.
Yeah, I feel like we're inside of like a Red Robin right now. With all the crazy stuff they got on the walls, it's pretty much the same place.
What?
Why did he open that door? What was the point of that? Oh, he's taking it off. All right.
There's one thing I've learned from this movie is like 40% of it is just a guy removing doors off the hinges and nailing them to the wall.
Yeah, you know, it's hard to pitch a movie. Like, they should have just called this movie Doors, or like Nails, or Door Nails.
I heard this is how the band The Doors got the name. They were inspired by this film and how it's work of removing the doors off the hinges and then securing them to the wall. And that's how Pink Floyd got their album name, The Wall.
They got an unfinished album out there called Howard the Doorman. Just waiting to produce it, but too scared the vocals aren't good. That man's been holding out the entire time. You need a good cigarette after boarding up your entire house. I think this is Howard's house, if I'm not mistaken. He seems really familiar with every piece of lumber inside of it.
He seems really comfortable.
It's gonna be weeks before that cigarette smell's gonna come out.
These shoes look amazing. You need shoes?
Jiminy, I mean, we could make a movie. You just have a guy taking doors off hinges and just nailed him to the wall.
Well, see,
and it's an instant classic.
But Bo, you're forgetting one thing. You're forgetting your 20 minutes of car footage. We gotta shoot that first, and then we got a movie.
You just have him looking through shoe boxes.
It's a.
Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like. I found a gun and some bullets out there.
All right, Howard's looking pretty cool.
Oh, and these.
I was thinking of shooting some skeets. Would you join me? It could be like our first date.
This place is boarded up pretty solid now. We ought to be all right here.
How do you know what size shoes you wore?
We have a gun.
And school of the century, I guess.
Food and the radio. Sooner or later, someone bound to come and get us out. Creatures from outer space. So again, we joined with law enforcement agencies, urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely. Hey, that's us. We're doing all right. Precautions of any suspicious strangers, and keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further details of this continuing story. Look, I don't know if you're hearing me, but I'm going upstairs now. If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll
just pointing at things.
Please shoot some skeets with me. It will be fun. We can have fun together shooting skeets. I don't know if I should shoot skeets. Listen.
Okay.
She's just putting a skeet in her pocket right now. She knows how to do it. She's just tricking everyone.
Oh, I think he's finally gonna make those cold cuts?
Probably. They gotta go to the upstairs kitchen to make them. Kinda strange that this is the first time they went upstairs in the whole movie.
Yeah, why isn't she a zombie?
That's a really good point, actually. He doesn't want to leave any blood on the hardwood floors. He knows how difficult it is to get that out. Just taking the toddler to bed. Fell asleep watching movies, eating too much popcorn.
Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance.
When he goes to resell the plant, I'll be terrible to get those blood stains out of the floor.
Doors are all up on the wall.
Doors everywhere.
The killers are.
You know, it's a hot market for houses right now, though. I will say.
I heard the market's up right now.
I guarantee you it's going to go day gets listed. People don't care. Someone's going to flip it. Hell, I'll flip it as long as those happy feet people aren't out there.
There's a nice Zenith radio. Who wouldn't buy it?
I've never even heard of Zenith radios. It's crazy, Baboa.
Oh, that's one door they forgot to take off the hinges and nail it to a window.
What's going on here? I don't agree with this. Where do those gentlemen come from? It's like the skipper and that other goofball that got lost on the island together. Gilligan!
It's like Gilligan!
It's like Gilligan's Island!
You mean Gilligan's Isle?
Yeah, Gilligan's Isle. That's exactly what I mean.
How are we supposed to know what was
So
going on?
what? They were in the basement the entire time, and they just now realize someone's upstairs pounding on walls, and that man's pants are way too high.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew,
Yeah, we're downstairs drinking beers. You have beers downstairs? Yeah, plenty. Yeah, we got beers downstairs. Yeah, why don't you come down and join me? Well, I'd love a beer, but you know, I got these skeets that I really want to shoot, and shooting skeets is great. Yeah.
Right now, you tell me.
Well, I got beer, and beer's better than skeets. Have you ever had a beer? Because beer's way better than skeets. Oh, snakes.
Why don't we settle this, mister? We came up, okay? We're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kids hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could strengthen everything up, Mr. Cooper.
With all of us working, we can fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there's that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, the back exit, we'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have to. And we got windows to see what's going on outside. But down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the strongest place.
The cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper.
This box is so comfy. It's so good.
Yeah, you're like in love with that box, Baboa.
I love this box.
Yeah, why are you so in love with the box? Like, I don't even get it. What's appealing about it?
It reminds me of my spaceship.
Yeah, whatever happened to your spaceship? When I came out, you were just laying on the ground. Nothing? You can't tell me where your spaceship is? Did it, like, dissolve into the atmosphere? Did, like, solar gravity pull it away? Yeah, you just stay in that box, Baboa, because, I mean, it looks good on you. You look like a good young little boy wearing it. Sorry, little man. I know you said that you were 5,000 years old. This movie's got me thinking a lot about basements, because, like, I don't have a finished basement, and it would be really nice if I had a place where if I wanted to go sit, you know, it could be the basement.
Oh, Howard, no, you gotta shoot that gun. There you go.
Whoa, right now, Baboa.
That was my business shirt. Oh gosh, we got him in the business shirt. Don't you, no. Again, I had an interview.
There's a lot of walking people there.
Man, it's like they're shooting the video to Thriller or something.
They look like they're like underwater or something.
Well, that poor lady's just really hungry. She don't need to be eating no cricket. Honey, come over. I'll make you some maize. Stop! No! Come on! I make some good scrambles. Ugh. Nuts.
Damn cellar, get out of here!
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else is up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Oh, looks like he ate something sour or something.
Billy, the 40-year-old boy.
Those things smashing through the windows. Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that,
This guy just keeps yapping and yapping.
Do you think, like, maybe this whole movie was produced by Welch's? Because, like, they just keep getting into jams again and again. Someone's got to be funding this.
Jiminy, do you just think we're just imagining this film? We're imagining our own reality?
I mean, it's a playoff of what's going on right now in the world. People striving for attention, yelling at each other.
This movie was ahead of its time, but think about it. Am I just imagining you?
Am I even real?
Yeah.
Pinch me. Ah! Gosh, Baboa! That was like my funny bone. Ah, no one pinches the funny bone. That's a weird spot. Okay, fine, you're real. Are you real?
We'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together.
Are you real, Baboa?
Hey, kid.
Well, this movie's real, alright. This movie's pretty real. I guess because we're watching it. Where did this lady come from?
I'm not boxing myself in down there.
And why is she dressed so much more nicer than Jacket Lady? Like, people need to change their clothes to get all sweaty and hot in that house.
What about Tom and Jim?
That's one nice basement, if you ask me.
There's like 30 people in this house right now. And the basement's made out of plywood. That doesn't make any sense.
People upstairs, a man and a girl.
The walls look like spaghetti.
Oh man, I could go for a good
spaghetti?
Oh my gosh, a good old place of spaghetti and balls. Get that hot marinara sauce on my belly. I think that's when we eat later tonight. It's probably why he's so mad. He's not going to be having any...
He's not getting any spaghetti.
No spaghetti.
Where'd you get the bandage?
There you go, little darling.
Laundry in a basket, I tore a sheet.
Man, maybe this movie's produced by Marlboro.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them.
This is exactly how I feel when I'm taking my break at work.
We'll see who's right.
Things are just rough. You gotta go stand in the basement with your child and smoke a cigarette.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to
Makes
be
you
wrong.
feel like a real man. Sucking that stuff down.
Does
into your
anyone
bone.
here know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here. It's some kind of mass murder. It's going on everywhere. The radio said to stay inside.
Radio?
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what
Looks like that's the only door they didn't get. They made that door into a table, and they made the table into a door upstairs.
It's a weird world we live in, Baboa.
Seems like topsy-turvy.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication.
Seems like a topsy-turvy world.
know what's happening when they'll send people for
He
us.
even
and tell
knows
us
it.
What to do. How are we going to know what
I think they're arguing because he lost his job as a used car salesman. He probably would still have it if they didn't smash out the lights earlier, but they did.
We may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Little does he know that she's gonna devil worship that little girl back into existence.
Let's go up.
Tom?
He almost heard her. He almost got her.
Judy would come down.
She stopped whispering though.
Harry and I could come upstairs.
Whoa!
What was that all about? The seance has started apparently.
Like, you think they could, like, reflect the light off the guy's head and bounce it like a sunbeam?
Like a disco ball?
Yeah, like a disco ball. And like, like a laser? like bounce the light off the bald guy's head at the zombies, and then
like a party trick.
Light laser.
Yeah, and then probably get magnified by the grease and all the sweat that's on his head.
Yeah.
Like a heat ray.
Yeah.
Alright, he wouldn't even need to be outside. They could just bounce it around corners with that noggin of his.
They could set up an elaborate series of mirrors.
Oh, yeah, like Legend.
Yeah, like the movie Legend.
Yeah, that movie was a good movie. It was a good movie.
Couch must feel amazing.
Dude, this lady's got things for objects. It's weird. Jim Carrey in the background has to leave the room. I think that, you know, there's something to be said about doilies. Like, they're pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. Oh, she went to go see her therapist now. It happened when I was... Yes, tell me about it. My gosh, Marlboro did produce this movie.
I think you're right. I think they had a stake in this movie.
Oh, she's hungry for tobacco.
Don't be afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this. There's a million weak spots up here. Give me one of those.
You know, we never came up with names for these characters. I feel like that's Hank and that's Bruschetta.
My brother was killed.
Yeah, Bruschetta seems too European.
What would you say, Baboa? What's your name?
Seems like a Sally.
Damn thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's actually a pretty good name. She does look like a Sally.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
Bruschetta, though, that's a cheese, and I love cheese.
Here, I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here. You better watch this and try to understand what's going on.
Oh, what's that boxer bringing up?
Anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do?
Looks like they brought up a TV or something. Like,
what's a TV?
You're about to see. It's a picture box. Jim Carrey's gonna get the right channel on.
Play with the rabbit ears.
What is that little man doing in the box? I don't get it.
Oh, he's not inside the box. They're projecting an image through the box. So that man is actually in a different location.
The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this...
The airwaves project the images from another location into the box. And that's how...
I don't get it at all.
That's how television's work.
However, the reports persisted.
I feel like they didn't need to use two chairs. I feel like they could have gotten away with this with one chair.
Had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word just arriving, and I'll interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It has been established that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of
It's only watching Super Bowl Sunday.
Widespread investigation of reports from
They only watch for the commercials, let's be honest.
has concluded that the unburied dead
Gotta be some good commercials this year.
seeking human victims. It's hard for us here to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside.
Well, your cameraman's just panning and nothing there.
What do you think that guy in the background's typing?
I don't know, his like personal manifesto, like
shelter, medical
plans on conquering
armed National Guardsmen.
Youngstown.
The broadcasting station.
Dear Youngstown, I don't like you no more. And I'm gonna come and get you. And the cameraman's having none of it. He pans away.
Make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. We can get some
This
gas.
is a crazy movie, Baboa. I wasn't expecting to see people walking. You never see that in films these days.
On my planet, people float.
People float?
They float with telekinesis.
Oh, well, I wouldn't give to be able to float, Baboa. I could do so many things. I could get to the bank on time. I could finally pick up my prescriptions. They've been there for about 3 weeks now, and I don't have the courage to go get them.
Why not, Jiminy Jasper?
I don't know, you wake up and you just think, am I going to leave the house today? And the answer is no, I'm not going to leave the house. Those people on that movie, they're walking. They're actually getting somewhere. I'm going to stay here and maybe make a steak or some cold cuts. You know, whatever I feel like making that day.
That sounds delicious.
Not as delicious as these people. They're eating real people.
Yes, that was the subject of the meeting.
You feel there's a connection between this and the phenomenon?
There's a definite connection. A definite connection.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus
Wow,
probe is enough to...
what do you think this is taking place at? Capitol Hill? You can just walk around like no one's business?
I'd love to be a journalist. You just walk around with a microphone and ask the hard-hitting questions.
I can't speak for the entire military.
Yeah, well, these are some tough questions they got to be asking.
What job would you take? Jiminy, if you could take any other job.
Oh, gosh, if I could have any job in the world, I would probably be the guy who tests out, new stamps. When they make stamps, they gotta make sure it sticks, right?
Yeah.
Every one of them.
Yeah.
How do you think they stick on the packaging when they give them to you?
I never really thought about this, Jiminy.
Yeah, you gotta drink a lot of water, because, you gotta keep that tongue moist and everything.
Wouldn't they just get, a sponge with, water on it?
Actually, that's what a lot of us are running into these days. We're threatened by these sponges that they brought in. They say it's economical, they promised us jobs cleaning the facilities at night, but I'm not buying it. I think I'm going to be out of a job soon.
We have to try to get out of here.
So that's what you do, Jiminy? You lick the stamps?
Yeah, today, yeah. Tomorrow, I don't know.
I thought you were saying that's what you like to do.
That is what I like to do. Yeah, it's my job now. And it's my ideal job, Baboa.
You know this area. You from around?
What's your point?
Judy and I are both from around here.
What kind of pension plan you got there?
We don't really have a pension plan. I got a 401k. They match me half percentage up until 3%, and then they'll pay half up until 4%. So I got that going. And get this, in 2030, I'll be a 100,000 So I got that going for me. But that's if I have my job. These sponges, though, they got a good look too. We're fighting a lot of battles right now.
Oh, look at all those clocks!
I was thinking that just right now. They're all showing the same time, though, aren't they? Why do you think they have 4 clocks on there? It's just, they're all going at 8 o'clock.
Look, you go down there and tell Judy. Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you.
Jiminy, if you could time travel to any point in time, where would you go?
I could go to any point in time. Oh my gosh, I would want to know when they first made potato chips. I don't know when that is though, because I think potato chips are fascinating. Someone had to make them thin. Someone had to put them in the grease and fry them. How do you come up with that concept? When did you ever sit down and eat a potato and think, I wanted this thin and crunchy?
Somebody thought of it.
Yeah, but how do you come to this conclusion,
I guess you get tired of carrying around potatoes. Full potatoes. In a sack.
Yeah, no.
Behind your back.
So you
know, in a wagon with your family.
It's only a matter of minutes. Minutes? Well, that doesn't...
I've never actually...
I don't know how your people roll, but...
What's your ideal job, Baboa?
Oh, I'd love to toss the potato chips. At the potato chip factory, it'd be lovely. You know, I've always wondered how they get the barbecue into the barbecue chips.
I think it's just like they sprinkle it on top.
Are you sure?
Yeah, they probably have 4 clocks up, you know, just to time the sprinkling.
Do you think the potato chips in Paris taste different than the ones in the U.S.? The French fries, would they call them French fries?
Do they call them French fries in Paris? I wouldn't know. I've never been to Paris. I used to dream of going to Paris, but that was a little boy dream, and being a man now, I'm content. I don't need to travel. But what about you? You ever been to Paris to try them French fries?
Well, of course I have.
You know, you talked about carrying the bundle of potatoes across the U.S. like you've done it before.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
What were you doing before I actually found you? Were you potato running from country to country?
We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck.
So you never moved a wagon of potatoes before?
How'd you get that idea?
I guess I just assumed.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time?
When did she get some scissors? What's she trying to do with those? This guy's got to eat his spinach so that he can be in
He made a sandwich.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead.
He looks just like Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber.
If I could only call the folks. They're going to be so worried about us.
It'll be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I know. Tom, are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What, about getting out of here?
Yeah.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to.
Jimmy, you remember Predator 2?
No.
Come on.
Yeah, I remember Predator 2. That's a good film.
You have to
You remember when the Predator,
and I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
Got shot in the arm and he went into the bathroom and he smashed the wall and he made that jelly stuff.
Yeah, he used porcelain and gag and he made a goop. Yeah.
You remember that?
Oh, of course I remember that.
And Danny Glover was in that.
Oh, I love Danny gloves. Oh my gosh, Danny Glover's a fantastic actor.
For us to convince you that it was right to leave.
You remember Lethal Weapon?
We had to go to Willard then.
Lethal Weapon 2 with Danny Glover? When he's sitting on the toilet, he couldn't get off the toilet.
Yeah.
You remember that scene?
Yeah, and then he spins a toilet paper and it says bomb on it or something. And then he knew there was a bomb when he was on the toilet.
That's all.
What was that all about?
Oh, yeah, and then Mel Gibson comes in the house. He's like, hey, flip over the toilet paper and it just says bomb. And Mel Gibson's like, oh. And then they jumped into the bathtub. I remember that.
You think there's going to be a scene like that in this?
I think it's happening right now. I think he's about to jump into the tub with it. They're going to watch out for them zombie bombs. At times, man,
We have to go downstairs.
world's ending. It's not time to get a smooch right now.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get back.
Especially when the dad's in the other room.
Is that a box of Kit Kat candy bars?
Oh my gosh, I could go for a Kit Kat right now. It's weird that you watch a movie about people eating people and then you get really hungry. Like, you just want to eat other food. Not like humans, but think about it. That was Kit Kats in there.
Jiminy, what would you say your ideal food is?
My ideal food? You ask a lot of questions, Baboa. I just want to start with that. My ideal food, steamed leeks with like a potato yam mash and then just pork chops. A big old fat pork chop with applesauce on it. You know, my mom, she used to just wear like tank tops on the hottest days, and she would just start boiling applesauce, and she'd cut up big old pieces of pork chops. We were sweaty and hot. Oh, we were so hot. We didn't even have a table. We had a tall chair, and we would use that as a table. So it was just 3 chairs right next to each other. And like she would slop the applesauce on, and it was good. Oh man! And then we had warm milk that we drank with it. Warm milk with a little bit of lemon juice inside of it because she liked to call it a lemon milkshake, and it wasn't a lemon milkshake. But we would just, oh my gosh, we eat so much pork. She just basically cook a pig at that point. It's curious why they're throwing bombs out there right now. I mean, those zombies haven't made it to the house in like 5 hours, and now they're laying them on fire. I think these are just people. These are probably the homeowners just coming home.
I think they're just murdering people at this point.
Yeah, we have no proof that these people have eaten anyone. I mean, they just walked up and they smashed a car. What? Was that a magician zombie? Had too much string in him?
Oh man, is that the Joker? Is that the Dark DCU Joker?
And maybe it is. I don't know.
The Phoenix or
what?
Joaquin Phoenix?
No, I think you're right. I think it was River Phoenix. He's going to be in the new Joker movie coming up.
And must Martin Scorsese have something to do with that?
I don't know what they're trying to do. Like, don't get in the back of the truck. Like, drive. You have a car. That's what it's there for. A lot of blazes in this movie. A lot of people wearing blazes and suit jackets.
So what kind of farm do you think this was? You think they're like growing like soybeans or like potatoes?
Yeah, it's probably a soybean farm. You're probably correct on that one. Soybeans are taking over. I mean, it's a good time to get into the market.
Or maybe like corn, you know, for the ethanol?
Yeah, it could be an ethanol station. I mean, they are going to get some ethanol right now. How do you have your own gas station on a farm? I mean, Jim Carrey, no! Your wacky shtick isn't working right now. This is no time for jokes, Jim. You can't be burning the car alive with people, and that's not funny. This is bad timing.
You get in the car when it catches on fire.
I guess so. He's got to get to his audition of The Mask. He's gonna land that role one way or another. Howard's just still playing around with the fire. He's got no business being in this location, but he's still trying to put it out. Oh my god, this Jim's first date is just going terribly.
could say he's really in a pickle.
Yeah, you could say that they're in a pickle.
What if it's a pickle farm?
Oh, yeah, maybe it is a pickle farm.
They'd all be in a real big pickle farm.
Maybe these are all customers that, like, didn't get the pickles delivered and they're just really mad right now.
This angry mob of people reminds me of my mother-in-law.
Yeah, what happened with your mother-in-law?
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh no, it sounds like you got a story to tell. You want to go ahead and tell it?
Well, my mother-in-law is a collection of many sentient beings that make up a collective one. Don't get me started on my mother-in-laws.
She sounds like a very special lady, that's all I'll say. Howard's got 1,001 uses for that table, I'll tell you what.
He doesn't look happy with the bald guy.
No, because he's got to put a second door on that door right now. How would you feel? And that guy's got a bad tie on. It's not flattering to his skin, his complexion.
I mean, at this point, wouldn't you just untuck your shirt?
Yeah, you would.
Wouldn't you just say, forget about it?
I'd probably be in my undershirt, to be honest. Like, there's no reason to be that hot.
Right in the Baboa. Oh, again in the Baboa. Oh.
He's not gonna have any Baboas left.
Oh, man.
Man, this is the weirdest documentary on Woodstock I've ever seen. Jimi Hendrix is playing in the background. He's praying to the fire car. 60s were a weird time.
I have a terrible fear of just grown human beings, tall people, just coming at me and like they're hungry and they want food, and like I've been hungry before. I know what it's like, and just I wouldn't even know how to stop them. I mean, what's your biggest fear, Baboa?
That looks like a holiday to me.
A holiday?
No.
How could you even say that? They're eating themselves. Like these walking people are hiding people. They're all just people eating people. I can't. Oh.
Humans look tasty. Mm. Jasper.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried human meat before?
No. What are you getting at, Baboa?
Nothing.
Broadcast at 3 o'clock.
I've never had a chance to actually try human before. I don't know if I would actually really want to try it.
Very long to wait.
I mean, I guess I'm up for anything.
You know anything
Food
about
is
this
food,
area?
I guess.
I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
And the laxatives haven't kicked in for her yet. She's been having to go this whole time.
Just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You say those things turned your...
I don't really know what a beef is. Maybe that there's just no beef, and so she just has to sit there.
Maybe the sugar's dropping from all that walking.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to find some insulin shots upstairs. Hopefully they have some.
You're gonna carry that child a mile?
Do you think Bruschetta's got some insulin shots upstairs?
What's wrong with her?
Sorry, Sally Baboa.
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
There's a lot of petting of
Who knows
walls.
what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
Good Lord.
Like, that was me just a couple days ago at my Uncle Ben's eating lunch. He grilled up a couple hunks of meat. That's not that crazy. I'm watching a commercial for dentistry.
They report the level of the mysterious.
You get it, the power oxide.
So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of.
I don't know what you need to check on, man. They're still outside. They didn't go anywhere.
Covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls. This one conducted by Sheriff Conan McClellan in Butler County, Pennsylvania.
Kayla Ren is telling them about this awful thing that's happening.
All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy.
I mean, isn't this at night? How did they already film a news special in the daytime?
By a shot in the head.
Yeah, I don't get that.
I mean, wasn't this all take place in a few hours?
Activated by the radiation.
All these guys look like high school football champions, like finally getting the time to shine.
No, we're all right.
This man over here looks like he's about to run the printing press and they had to grab his shotgun.
Chief McClellan, how's everything going? Oh, things aren't going too bad. Men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there? Chief, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things? Well,
we were just going turkey hunting, and we saw some people eating someone, and I was like, "Hey, Bill, that's not a good idea. We should probably get a militia started." You thought of a militia that quickly? You thought of getting a militia because you saw a person? Yeah, I mean, like, the militia wasn't going to form itself, so I thought, let's get a militia going. All right, that sounds really good. Thank you for your time.
Situation under control. Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them are.
Yeah? Wait, you have something else you want to say?
I mean, I just put on this bandolier and I just thought,
oh, I like that bandolier a lot. When did you get that bandolier?
I mean, I just recently saw Star Wars and I saw Chewbacca and I was very inspired by his bandolier and I thought, what cool with this hat.
Chewbacca.
Yeah, bye.
There you have it. Chewbacca inspired a militia and a bandolier.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take.
Those crazy kooks on TV aren't going to solve anything. The power. They're eating electricity now. I always knew those people were electricity people.
Isn't the fuse?
Better go get the spare electricity from the basement.
Helen, I have to get that gun.
I used all the spare electricity. All the spare electricity? What were you using it for? You know we need that electricity.
They discovered rock technology.
For people that are supposedly dead, they've used a lot of rocks out of this movie.
They're getting smarter.
You're gonna whittle one of those bones down into a key and just unlock the door with it?
Oh, what? Now what? Oh man, now they're even trying to fix the house up.
Don't worry, he found some shoes in the closet. I'm sure he'll find another one.
I'm sure there's more shoes.
You know, the real enemy isn't the zombies. It's the humans within.
Yeah, that's pretty poetic.
Yeah. Humanity is the greatest evil, Baboa.
Wow. I thought it was the flesh-eating zombies that look like Frankensteins.
Yeah, they do some damage too. They're not good folk. This guy's having a stroke. He doesn't like that his window's broken now.
Doing this weird dance performance art down the stairs.
I got a show next Tuesday.
Oh man, it seems like they could have just gotten a cardboard box or something. Would have been a lot safer.
No, Baboa, no. It wouldn't be safe at all. It's getting really hot in here. Oh, no.
It is kind of hot in here.
I think the worst part about that is they're touching her. Like, they're touching her all over, and like, I don't want people touching me. It's really hot in here, Baboa. Oh, I'm gonna go check the AC unit.
Hey, Jiminy Jasper.
Yeah.
You think you could install an air conditioner in this box?
In your box?
In this box.
How am I even gonna do that? Like, it's a tiny box. Where would I get the electricity going?
You could figure it out.
Listen, I'm gonna go turn up the air. Let's just get back to the film, alright?
Oh no, she ate a dessert before dinner.
Oh no!
Little kids really wanted that Barbie.
Moral of the story is get your kid to Barbie.
These zombies really know how to use weapons. That's kind of tripping me up.
Got good hand-eye coordination.
Oh, right in the...
Oh no, that's not in the Baboa, that's in the stomach.
Gosh, what's she even trying to do? Oh, her liver's probably bad. She's trying to help her out.
She wants to become an at-home surgeon.
That makes a lot of sense. This is a good positive film.
Yeah. It's like that Neil Diamond song. Like, touching me, touching you. You think this is what he was inspired by?
Yeah, probably.
The scene in Night of the Living Dead, he was just sitting in a theater with his acoustic guitar and his rhinestone jacket and...
So for all the preparation of using nails and boards, he just kicks a door in. Like that, nothing. Doesn't that seem a little strange to you? Like, that's not really good fortification. I feel like you could just throw a kid at it and that door would open.
He's gonna lock himself in the ice chest.
I mean, if he just would have gotten in the piano in the first place, he could have avoided all these hijinks.
And all these people looking for salt. Just bursting in. That guy's got a nice
You
smell
could
on.
say they're worth their salt.
Yeah. You do kind of bring up a good point. Why didn't they just get into the basement in the first place? They just didn't have to turn on any lights. They could have just been in the basement. And they never would have known that they were in the house.
It makes too much sense.
Yeah, you know, like, granted, the basement's made out of plywood. Oh man, she wasn't removing that liver at all. Good for you, Howard. Good for you. That man was a bad man the entire movie, and it finally took it to this moment, and that's good. But wait, there's more Howard. Yeah, that liver didn't come out of her, now she's a zombie. His boss has asked him to work for the weekend.
You think he's thinking of nailing that sawhorse to the door?
You know, it's a non-traditional item. Yeah, he's probably going for it.
He's striking a pretty cool pose there. Look at all these Frankensteins just wandering around.
See, this is why the basement was a great idea, because they're never going to come down. Just get to sleep in a basement with some weird lady with a shovel in the chest. I feel like this is a good representation of living in an apartment. You know, when you live on the ground floor and the people have a party upstairs, the helicopter shows up and you like, come on, be quiet, I'm trying to sleep. It's the middle of the night. There's gotta be a more effective way than just walking through fields all night long killing people. I feel like you can just do it from your car.
Man.
Channel 5 News team here. Militia's been walking through all night, and Chewbacca's very happy, pleased with the results, but
bring the dogs out, like, they're hard to find. They're human beings that are very clumsy at walking.
Hey, Vince, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees. We want to go check it out. Right. You still here, Bill?
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers, you're doing all the work, you take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours.
Why does that guy got like a shoulder cannon on him? Like, is he gonna blow up something?
You and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Well, Bill, I'm going to check in the office, see what's happening. All right, Steve, tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
See, this is a repercussion of living on the ground level of an apartment. You don't get any sleep. You're waiting in your bathroom, just waiting for people to go to bed. It's 3 in the morning. It's that moment when you realize they finally gone to bed and you snap.
Ah, that's a beautiful formation.
And then they're like a flock of eagles all flying at once.
Awesome station wagon.
This wagon is a rockin', don't come a knockin', am I right? Yeah!
Roll the wagon down. I only need a few men to check out the house.
Yeah, they even know it.
Yeah, sure looks like it.
Oh, man, finally.
This isn't going to be ironic at all.
This man's...
That he survived and...
This man...
Survived all this?
He's been through so much. Like, so much he's gone through.
Howard's been through so much.
Like, I'm so happy for Howard. Like, very rarely do you watch a movie like this and the main character survives. Like, Howard is just such a strong man. He's a smart man. All the zombies are going to be dead. Howard's going to be old one day. He's going to have a wife, children. He owns the pickle factory now.
He owns the pickle factory.
Soybeans and pickles.
Like, all he has to do, he's already done it. He's survived. He is a clear...
He's done the hard part.
Like, what else is there to do, you know? You nail it all night long.
Put those doors on the wall.
Surviving. Howard's going to have that pension we were talking about.
The pickle pension.
He's probably going to go to Hawaii. He's probably going to help out a bunch of little children. Like, he's probably going to... Oh, my God, Howard. Oh, my God. Howard, you made it through the entire film, and, like, now you...
Howard.
Oh, my gosh, Howard, no, Howard.
Oh, no.
What a terrible film. What a stupid film.
Oh, they got the meat hooks, the meat factories here.
Mm-hmm.
What, they're gonna make hamburgers out of Howard? Oh, this movie doesn't make any sense.
Howard went through so much, and just for them to hook him up at the end, oh man. This movie makes me mad, Baboa. Why did we watch this movie?
Oh my gosh! It's so hot in this house below. What happened? What is going on in this house right now? Oh. Well, thank you everyone. That's the end of the film. Night of the Living Dead. I didn't quite care for it. I feel like they used a lot of lumber and a lot of nails.
Jimmy!
What would you say?
Some water.
You need water?
Some water.
Oh, well, really quick, what do you think of the film, Baboa?
What a thing, Baboa.
What a thing?
Oh, man.
Alright, well, folks, thank you for tuning in, and I'm just... Oh, God, it's so hot in this house. I'm gonna get some water.